Hi everyone, it's Miss Jane. So today we are going to learn about a word that might be new for some of you. This word is self-compassion. So let's break it down. That first word, self, we all know what that means, right? We're talking about ourselves. And compassion means to be kind, to be considerate, to be caring and loving. So self-compassion means being kind, caring, considerate to yourself. And I know we focus a lot on being kind to others, and that's really important too, right? We don't want to forget how important it is to practice that same compassion to ourselves. So we have a story today that we're going to read together, and it's called Listening with My Heart by Gabby Garcia. And in this book, there is a little girl named Esperanza, and she goes on a little journey where she learns how to practice self-compassion. And she has a couple little tricks that help her along the way. Okay, so let's read this book together. Listening with My Heart. Esperanza's tummy fluttered as she practiced her lines on the porch. Today was the class play. Waiting for Mama to walk with her to school, she paced back and forth when she spotted a heart-shaped rock. Esperanza picked it up and showed it to Mama as soon as she stepped outside. "I see you found a little treasure," said Mama. Esperanza rubbed its rough surface and felt a twinkle of joy. "Maybe it's a sign." "For what?" asked Mama. She thought about the class play later that afternoon, wondering what it would finally be like to be in the spotlight. "To put my heart into everything I do," she answered. At that moment, they heard scratching and a soft cry. Esperanza peeked under the stairs and spotted a kitty, shaking and shivering. No Mama in sight. She scooped the kitten onto her lap and cuddled her. "She's all alone. I think she's hungry." Esperanza reached for her lunch bag, picking off a piece of chicken, and offered it to the kitty, who gobbled it up. "Mama, I think the rock is a reminder to spread kindness and love." "That's what we do when we listen with our hearts." "I think you're onto something," said Mama. "Can we keep Cleopatra, please?" asked Esperanza, who'd already named the kitty. "Queens are always welcome at our house," said Mama. "If she's still here after school, we'll take her in." At school, Esperanza was more focused on the play than on math or reading. Clutching her script during recess, she noticed Bao sitting alone on a bench. He was new in school this week and didn't speak much English. She wondered if he felt lonely or scared. Esperanza found a soccer ball and kicked it over to him. A smile spread across Bao's face. He stood, popped the ball in the air, and then bounced it between his knees and his head a few times. Dude's got moves, thought Esperanza. They spent recess giggling and making up hand signals. Afterwards, Esperanza borrowed Miss Owen's English Vietnamese dictionary. She wrote friend in Vietnamese, drew a picture of Bao and her, and put it on his desk. Esperanza rubbed the rock in her pocket. Listening with her heart made her feel peaceful inside. Finally, it was time for the performance. It was too late for Bao to be in the play, but he stood at Miss Owen's side as a stagehand. Excitement bubbled as Esperanza waited for her cue. Esperanza walked on stage, tripped as she was about to say her first line, and splattered across the stage. When she got up, she forgot her lines, so Miss Owen whispered them to her from backstage. Heat rushed through Esperanza's body as all eyes were glued to her. She wished she could disappear. I ruined the play, thought Esperanza, rushing off stage as soon as she'd finished her part. I messed up in front of everyone. She tucked herself in behind some props so no one would see her. Esperanza noticed her body shaking and her face still burning. She took a deep breath and dug the rock out of her pocket. It was cracked and lopsided, just how she felt. Esperanza touched her hand to her heart and felt the disappointment. Bao found Esperanza a few minutes later and handed her a drawing with the word friend written above it. Esperanza nodded. She hadn't been treating herself like a friend. Esperanza realized this wasn't the first time she'd been unkind to herself. At the soccer game last weekend, she'd missed the ball that swooshed by her head and they lost the game. Nice work, a player from the other team yelled as the others laughed. Esperanza thought she'd let her team down and was the worst soccer player in the world. Thinking these thoughts had made her feel worse. At the curtain call, Esperanza reminded herself she hadn't ruined the play. She'd had an accident, and accidents happen to everyone. Listening with her heart wasn't just about giving kindness to others. It was about giving it to herself, too. I can be a friend to myself, thought Esperanza. When Esperanza got home, she focused on her favorite things. She zipped down the hill on her bike and then spent the afternoon painting at the kitchen table. She also got the hug she needed from Mama and some cuddles from Cleopatra. The end. So in this book, Esperanza was really great, and it came really naturally for her to give that compassion to her new friend, Bao, at school. But it was a little bit harder. It took a little bit more reminding for her to give that compassion to herself. And she had that little heart-shaped rock in her pocket to give her a little reminder to be a friend to herself. Because we all make mistakes, right? And it's okay. So we have a little meditation that goes along with our book today. So just like Esperanza forgot her lines in the play, and just like she tripped, we all mess up, we all make mistakes, and we all feel strong emotions: happy, sad, worried, mad, upset, embarrassed, right? And that's totally normal for everybody. And everybody also wants to feel kindness and love. Your friends want to feel it, and we want to feel it too. And this is something that connects us all together, all wanting to feel that kindness and love. So place your hands gently on your lap. Get comfy and take a few deep breaths. Remember, smell the flowers, blow out the candle. Smell the flowers, blow out the candle. Good job. Then letting your eyes close, hear my words, and then repeat them out loud or in your mind to yourself. I connect to myself through love and kindness. I connect to others through love and kindness. I connect to the world through love and kindness. Let's take one more deep breath together. Smell the flowers. Blow out the candle. Have a beautiful day, everybody. And let's try to remember today to give ourselves that compassion, that self-compassion.